Just so you know, folks, we're professionals here. Don't try this out.
Why, hello.
Steve.
What?
I keep watching this opening video, and a lot of those videos are old.
You want me to update it?
No. What we do need an update on is the size of Shep's bald spot.
That is absolutely true. Because we saw that last week. He's now balding in the front and the back.
Look, as a bald man that has the, if I don't shave my head, I have the Captain Picard going like it's going out of style, which is why I wear hats all the time. Just think we need a little bit of an update. Just saying.
I will mark it down. Yeah, at the time we did it, I just used the old video we had. And
yeah. No, it makes sense.
But we will get that fixed.
It's good.
I agree.
It's good.
Update
Well, there may or may not be some time that we may or may not all be together at the may or may not parks in the may or may not near future. May or may not.
It is a possibility. May or maybe not.
May or may not. Did I show you these?
Did you show me these?
Did I show you these fun little things?
What are those?
They're microphones.
Oh, yeah. I got it.
The bottom.
That's the ones we brought in when you brought to Florida, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're pretty solid, man.
Except I think you forgot those when we were streaming. And
no, because I didn't have my stuff with me.
Yeah.
I didn't know that I was going to need them.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, they're right here. I'm looking at a new gimbal.
Really?
Currently.
Well,
dude.
Old not good?
Well, it's 7 years old.
Oh.
Doesn't quite fit the phone anymore. Because you know how they went from they used to have it where it was static, right? Like you couldn't do anything. And now they've gone to those clips that click on the back, right? And you can put them wherever they are. So, I don't know. I mean, I know it's the Osmo SE or whatever, but they're $70 on Amazon. So, I don't know. For as little as I use it. Whatever.
Well,
I'm just talking.
Let's go ahead and welcome in people.
These are my deep thoughts for the day.
These are all the same. I see a lot of the same names here. There are lots of people here, but you're not chatting.
Mag6.
So I'm just going to welcome in these people that I see. Janice, Disney, Stacy Rogers, Mandy, Deborah Mandy V, Deborah Reef, Ray, Nathan, what's up? Disnoa, Jade Sanudo, Fred O'Malley, JC Skipper Brian, Debbie Thuner, Dreamer Deborah, Warren Memphis, Team Marie's Place, Bill Steffen, Joy S, Corner Sports, Dad Builds, and my mom and dad. Welcome. And Fred O'Malley.
Y'all.
Oh, yeah, Fred. Welcome. So it was a little odd when I hit the start stream because it said we had 0 people in here when they were chatting. And a few seconds later, about 30 seconds into it, I think I got the notification that said we were live, and then the number changed. So I don't know if things are still trying to catch up or whatever. But aloha, Shelby, welcome.
I got 73 on the YouTube.
I see 75 right now.
Mm-hmm.
But we're getting there. All right. So Justin Tenuto has pondered or has been asking some hard-hitting, pondering questions that kind of go along with today's theme, which we don't have a theme, but
we always have a theme.
We do have some deep thoughts to discuss. But one of the ones he said was, "What happens when Pinocchio says, 'My nose is going to grow now'?"
I don't think it grows.
Then he lied. And if he lies, his nose grows.
But if he says,
"My nose is going to grow,"
but if his nose then grows, then it's truth. Then it's the truth.
But his nose only grows when it lies.
I understand that.
Jay Grows, welcome.
I didn't come here for my head to hurt.
Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for being with us. Shep is building things, so he is currently unavailable. We will probably, unless he shows up, hold birthdays and memes till next week. But I will tell you that I'll go through the birthdays. We're just going to wait and see next week. Tony B, Dillo's Diz, Jen, Amber McDevitt, Rob Fuzz, Taylor from Myers and the Mouse, Matthew, Kenzie Days, and Tanya J. Welcome, or happy birthday, everybody. Kenneth H, hello. Watching, making snacks. Hi to everyone.
Happy birthday, Tommy. What's up, buddy?
What snacks you got, Kenneth? I'm rocking some peanuts, some gummy drops, mango gummy drops from Joy, and some orange juice. I
got a glass of water that's half empty that I'm probably gonna have to go get more of here in a bit. And I have
the orange juice.
I have zero snacks.
Oh, you're gonna need snacks.
I just had a bagel with cream cheese that I shouldn't have eaten.
Why did you have it?
Because they're delicious. I'm in this weird spot right now, and we got to talk about this, Steve. I'm in this weird spot where, like, I'm half healthy at the moment. Like, I'm working out 3 to 4.
Are you carnivore or no?
No, I started, dude, and I think I was getting over the flu / cold / everything that everyone had at the beginning of January, end of December. So I had that, and I started carnivore, and I just felt like complete butthole. I made it like 6 days, and I'm like, I can't right now. I'll get back on it at some point. But, yeah, I don't know. We'll get there. I gotta do something. But I'm like in this weird, like, middling spot right now with some travel coming up between personal and work. That, like, between now and March 15th, it's going to be tough to stick to anything. So, like, I don't want to go hard lifting. So I'm just doing, like, basic stuff. But I'm maintaining, doing all right. But then I like bagels.
Oh, bagels are fun.
Yeah, bagels are good. Stephanie L, did Disney announce the past few years about building something in Las Vegas? No. The only thing that I know of any theme park related build in Las Vegas was the Halloween Horrors Night permanent attraction from Universal in Las Vegas. Right, Steve?
Sorry, I was reading a Jack Handy quote. What was that?
Stephanie also has a question. Did Disney announce in the past few years about building something in Las Vegas? No, it was Universal. Universal built a 24/7, a 365 day Halloween Horror Nights.
Disney has toyed with the idea of putting something around Texas.
Disney's toyed with a lot of stuff in the last 60 years.
Well, yeah. But rumor is that they're going to build another park in the U.S. It's going to be in the Texas realm of things. So I think they should do something special at Marceline, Missouri, except the weather really affects it there in the winter. But Disney wants to put a park in Virginia, so I can go broke.
So it's funny, Snudo, you say that. That was on the list early on. Was a Streets of America type, Liberty Square type park outside of DC in Virginia. You have talked about there have been multiple talks. There have been talks of multiple parks in Missouri. They almost built a ski lodge in Colorado.
Yeah,
real close.
That actually would have been kind of cool.
And I think that would have been as well. And Texas actually makes the most sense right now with the influx of people to Texas. It makes
the center of the company or the country too,
and the weather is reasonable, and it's basically middle south of the country. It makes a lot of sense.
Now, do you put it? It's probably if you build it, I'm guessing Houston or Dallas. You got Orlando, you got Los Angeles.
Well, Houston, Dallas. I think you're probably going. I mean, the further south you go, the warmer it will be. So San Antonio wouldn't be terrible. The new Space Coast actually wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, I would assume
so Corpus Christi, whatever. I'm with you, Bill Steffen, 100%. Yeah. So
here's our first pondering question of the night, though.
What's that?
You have Disneyland and you have Disney World.
Mm-hmm.
New park can't be Disney Universe. What is it?
I think it's there. I think it ends up being
Patrick. Hello. Thank you.
Another kingdom. Patrick, what's up, man? I think it ends up being another kingdom. What's that?
Disney Kingdom?
No, I think it ends up being another kingdom, right? So, like, you look at most of these parks, right? So, Disneyland Paris, there's a castle.
Yeah.
Right? So, you have to have...
I'm not saying that. I'm saying, what do we call it, though? You got Disneyland, you got Disney World. What does Disney Texas become?
I think it becomes some semblance of adventure.
See,
so look, you have California Adventure, right?
Yeah.
I honestly believe in the next 5 years you're gonna have Disney's Hollywood Studios rebrand as Florida Adventure.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, that's a good point.
It's been tossed around before. So it's 100% plausible that it would be some semblance of like, I don't know, Texas Adventure. They'll put Disney's whatever on it, right? So
I mean, I can see them going with the ranch thing. Like, I don't want to say Disney Ranch, but something like that because it is in Texas.
Disney's Frontier Adventure. Disney's
that's something like that right there.
I honestly think, like, if we're blue sky in this, I think that a two-park, a two-park Disneyland-esque regional.
I agree.
More like a big regional park as opposed to the destination with World.
Yep.
My only thing is, I don't know if they would do the same thing because now, like, you currently have Disney World as a destination. You have Disneyland that is getting a bunch of stuff that is hemmed in, right? And in Texas, if you do it correctly, you can just buy several thousand acres off of some. You're going to pay money, but they don't care at this point. It's not like back in the day when Walt was trying to do this all secrety. They'll just go it. They'll just announce it. They'll buy a bunch of land, announce it, and go to town. So it wouldn't, if that were to happen, I think that's okay. I think that they would make a boatload of money, but I do think that because of its proximity to Florida, I mean, it's across the Gulf of America. It's not that far.
That's true. That is true.
It is only a 3-hour flight for me to Dallas.
It's only a 3-hour. It's a 3-hour flight from me to the middle of Texas, but also a 3-hour flight past that to Disneyland. So
right, but what I'm saying is, Texas might be, except for the far corners, 3.5 hours from anywhere, max.
Except for you're right, except for the extreme corners. No, it makes perfect sense. Northern Texas makes perfect sense.
Dallas makes sense. Dallas makes a lot of sense.
You put it in a sub-city, a suburb of Dallas, and call it Dallas, like they did with putting it in Anaheim or whatever it is, and call it.
The only issue is like you have Dallas, and then you have Fort Worth, right?
Yeah,
they're one thing now.
Yeah,
and they're 40 miles
apart. Worth.
It is. Well, the airport's always been DFW, but I am not kidding. I was in Dallas 20 years ago and Dallas now, and there used to be land in between, and now it's just a Whataburger every 18 feet. It is just sprawling.
I don't think I've ever had. Is that the? That's not Wahlburgers. What is Whataburger?
Whataburger is it's basically McDonald's, Wendy's kind of deal. Yeah, and I'm with Bill, Stefan. It is a coin flip in Dallas. I think that you would have to have it further south if you were going to do it. But like my big thing with it is, I don't know if they want to put another park in the U.S. I think they like the East Coast, West Coast thing, and just spend money there. As much as I think it makes sense for them to put a third regional park in, or a second regional park, and then World being the spot, you could theoretically do that, but I don't know. I think a Texas park, a Texas 2-park Disney Springs, kind of like what they have in Anaheim.
Exactly what they have in California, yeah.
If they have that
within walking distance, of course.
And yeah, like they do it like they did there, 100% starts to whittle away at Disneyland's attendance.
You think so?
100%.
Because they say Disneyland is a local park.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that'll pull the people out of California?
No, but I think it's going to pull everyone else from central U.S. to go there. So the new park that's bigger, that you don't have to fly into LAX, or what is it? Not Hobby. It's John Wayne, right? Is the other one?
John Wayne, yep.
So the other part of this is that you have people leaving California in droves.
That is true too. That is a good point.
And if you start to have real questions about whether, like, if you really question whether or not people want to travel to a higher tax land that is California when you can go to Texas, and for two new parks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Short term, for sure, I think it puts a significant dent in what it would do at Disneyland.
So you think it affects Disneyland more than Disney World?
100%. Disney World's going to get Disney World's going to get his. It's just what it is. People go to Disney World from all over.
Yeah.
Whether they're bringing them in from Europe or and start focusing on that or whatever. I mean, look, dude, it is bananas the cost to go to Disney World right now.
It is for sure.
It really is. It's I don't know. It's nuts, man. We're in a weird spot economically, I feel, in the country, where I think even 2 years ago, post COVID, a lot of people that were revenge traveling, right? I think we're past that.
What?
Yeah. People can stop. Yeah. Well, SPD, good luck.
I said the same thing in Florida. It didn't work.
Yep. No. So I think we're at a spot now where people are traveling no matter the cost. Now, I don't think that's a thing quite as much. Although, I mean, I will tell you, I still can't believe some of the prices on Southwest. I know I went off on it last week.
Dude, they're high right now. So is Delta. All the major ones are high. You can find
they're high, all right.
You can find an occasional Frontier, Spirit, something like that, once a week flying for like $60 or something like that. The rest of them are all in the $200-$300 range, and Southwest and Delta are even more than that.
Yeah, Southwest.
From the bigger airports, it's
from Pittsburgh. It's not even a bigger airport.
I'm sorry, bigger like here. You know, if I wanted to fly, I'm flying for work out of Orlando. It was $768 one way and $950 something the other way. Same day, I looked at Tampa. It's like 190 and 220. Same day, same time frame, all that. So I'm driving over to Tampa before I take off for work.
I tried flying out of BWI, tried flying out of Pittsburgh, and all of it was ridiculously expensive. Now, it's been a week, right? And I already checked, and my flight back I saved $40 on for the four of us. So $10 a seat, and I'll just continue to do that as we go. But like, it's pretty nuts right now. Tampa to Orlando is only 97 hours, depending on traffic.
Depending on traffic, you can get there in about an hour and 20 minutes if nobody else is on the road.
Which never happens. Everyone's on the road. Yeah. So yeah, the hypothetical Texas park, I think, damages California more so than Orlando. Orlando is such a destination when it comes to Disney in and of itself, but on top of it, you have third park going into Universal Orlando. You theoretically now have 6 parks at Disney, 4 parks in Orlando, plus all the other stuff that's around there. Plus, you're close to the Space Coast. Plus, you can go to the Gulf,
Busch Gardens and SeaWorld and Legoland and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So Florida will always be a destination. It is interesting to me. If they would, it wouldn't surprise me if you have the current rate of people flocking out of California to Texas. I think at some point it makes sense for them to do something. I just don't know if they will.
Well, what about them coming in and removing stuff out of Disney World?
What do you mean?
What you talked about earlier before the stream started.
Oh, well, we got a couple things. We got a date for the closure of Muppet Vision, which is June 7th.
Is it 7th? I couldn't remember.
Yeah, June 5th, June 7th.
What's crazy is I've never streamed that before.
Mm-hmm.
I'm streaming it Monday. Right. Finally, for the first time. Doing it was going good. Everybody's talking about how great it was. And we were supposed to have an hour and something wait for our table. And we waited, went to one place for about 10 minutes, and about 20 minutes into this thing, we go to this. I said, they're going to call us in the middle of this. And sure enough, 5-7 minutes into the presentation, they call us for our table. Said, we can get you in early. Come on over. And we had 10 minutes to get there. So I had to leave the middle of the production of it. But I haven't seen that in a while. Never done it on stream until that. And then, Yeah,
no, it connection wise, it's pretty solid in there. You have to put the glasses over the lens, but yeah.
Yep. Did that. Yep.
But yeah, it works. It works pretty well. Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. So June 7th.
No. So we got June 7th. That's out. That's the last thing. That's the full closure of what will soon be Monsters Inc. land. Monstropolis, if you will. My I think I've said this on here before. I'll say it again. I honestly think that they're going to take that film. They're going to revamp it, right? Make it whatever 4K, all that fun stuff. They're going to take all the animatronics and everything out of it. And once they remove the Villains show, because Villains Land is now here in 2027, 2028, right? Ballpark. Now you have had enough nostalgia for that Muppets show, and you can put it in right next to the new Muppets roller coaster. You can drop the new Miss Piggy or the Miss Piggy fountain in right in front of it. I think they're going to save a lot of it and move it down to what will be New Rock and Roller Coaster Land.
There's a chance that they could expand back there too, and make it a whole Muppets Land, which would make a lot of people happy.
Make a lot of people happy. I feel like Pizza Rizzo's has run its course. Let's not do another.
I can't. There's still people that like it. I can't figure it out.
I don't understand it. I mean, to each their own. But I mean, I look at it as you do have. You could put, and I think it'd be awesome. Put a Swedish Chef restaurant.
That'd be great.
I can't believe they haven't used it before. It's kind of crazy to me, to be honest. But you could put that, even if you just put a little quick service there, you could theoretically come out to it. You have the weird, what the hell do they call it? What's the market quick service that's right there at the corner?
Fairfax Fair?
Is that what it is?
There's 3 or 4 of them right through there, but Fairfax Fair is right there.
It's just such an odd spot in general. But you could do something there. You could also put something in the back. I don't necessarily know if you need something, but if you're going to do like a mini Muppets Land, which is a Muppets roller coaster that if you're investing in it, it's probably going to be around for a little while. And you drop the show that everyone loves back into a new theater.
And put some meet and greets back there. I mean, you could turn it into a land with minimal effort compared to some of these other lands, like let's say Monsters Inc. land. With very minimal effort, you could create a whole Muppets studio, basically. We're talking about MGM studio or Hollywood studios.
You could make it interesting. You have that in the corner. You could. I don't know how much room they have there. It's reasonable though, right?
Yep. For sure.
You could put in a fake New York streetscape and some Muppety things that are kind of New Yorky and all that fun stuff. So
they also have several Muppet movies to pull from too, that they could pull theming or characters or whatever for. I think it'd be fun.
I agree. I think that they could do pretty well with it, to be honest. But I think you're going to see that for sure. The other big thing is Astro Orbiter is gone.
You said that. I haven't seen it.
The
picture I saw the crane a few weeks ago.
What's that?
I saw the crane a few weeks ago because it was over there parked next to People Mover on the other side, not where Astro Orbiter is. It was all folded up on the ground, but it was all set up, ready to go.
Yeah, it's just night, buddy. Love you. It was it's very The Grinch Stole Christmas of them to be like, oh yes, this one ride is broken. So Cindy Lou Who, we're going to take this back to my shop at the North Pole and we're going to fix it and then bring it back. Ooh-doo-doo-doo. It's just weird. I don't know. I've never seen them do it before.
If you think about it though, it's kind of, I actually don't mind it, because if they were going to work on it, there'd be walls up around everything. There'd be stuff in the way all the time. If they could take every ride out and fix it elsewhere and then just pop it back in when it was ready to go, I'd be all for it.
Well, I think they should take that one out and throw it in the Gulf of America.
I will say this. It offers a very unique, incredible firework experience if you time it correctly.
Yeah, and if you don't throw up,
Oh, I've never had a problem on the ride, but I've
I've
been up
never
there
been
when
on
the
it. I
fireworks are
won't.
going off, though.
It's too high. I won't do it.
Really?
Yeah, heights. Hate heights. Bad. Yup.
Cool. What else is going on? What day did they announce? Dinosaurs staying open the rest of the year.
Yep.
So if you want to catch it, you got to catch it by then.
Yep.
When is Bug's Life going away? Did they say that?
Soon. Very soon.
Isn't
it supposed to be up by I know I saw it. I feel like it might be mid spring it's gone because the new show is supposed to be there by
it says
October.
It says winter of 2025 is the new show, Zootopia. Better Zootopia. As of October, there had been no official closing date. It's tough to be. Oh, that was Disneyland. I don't want. It's tough to be a bug. Also closed permanently at Disneyland California Adventure March 19th, 2018. Yes. It does not.
Yeah, because that turned into what? Starface Land.
Yeah, I wasn't familiar with the old stuff over there. I don't know where it was.
Me neither.
Let's see if I can find a. Oops. Okay, here we go. So here's what we get. So construction has begun in Dino Land, but Dinosaur will remain open the rest of the year. We have the new tower, the new DVC tower at Polynesian is now open.
Yep.
This says in early 2025, which I can tell you there is a crane behind Big Thunder Mountain, that Tom Sawyer Island and Rivers of America and the Magic Kingdom will be going under construction. There we go. A new Disney nighttime parade, Disney Starlight, will be arriving in the Magic Kingdom during summer of 2025. So that'll, bring the dreams up to life. It's got Peter Pan and Frozen and the Blue Fairy. So
right
to tell the stories. So that is the 2025. We've got the Pirates of the Caribbean Lounge and Spaceship Earth Lounge. I don't know why my pages say they keep freezing. Is anything happening over here? We're good.
Yeah, we're good. Okay. Spaceship Earth Lounge is supposed to be late spring, so it's right around the corner.
Yes, and then the Monsters Inc. land will begin early. It just says early 2025, which apparently is when you say Muppets is over. June.
June 7.
So it's not happening until then. Test Track is expected to open up at the same point during this year when this goes away. And then Zootopia Better Together is due in the winter. Those are the only major things that we have. There is a new things coming to Millennium Falcon next year. With the addition of the Mandalorian and Grogu storyline.
Yep.
So that is on for next year. And then 2027 is when we'll get the new Encanto land, or whatever you want to call it, Colombia. And then, the Villain's Land is like out there end of 2027, I think.
Yep.
So that is the major stuff that's coming.
Yeah, it's really interesting. A lot of people are saying that this year is not a great year to go to Disney. Should be okay. Next year is going to be pretty barren with new stuff coming out. I know there's a few things, but not so many. And then we'll see. Following that in 2027. So I guess Magic Kingdom's pretty well done at that point. I think 2027 you would have all of Animal Kingdom done. So 2027, 2028 looks like the year I did see that they let people into Stella Nova, correct? You can now stay there.
What is Stella Nova?
Universal? That's one of the new hotels.
I don't know. I don't know Universal. So the refurbishment schedule. This is the refurbishment schedule as of last week for Disney. Animal Kingdom Dinosaur is likely to close mid-January 2026.
Okay.
It's Tough to Be a Bug is likely to close fall of 2025.
Mm-hmm.
Cali River Rapids is currently closed through March. The Boneyard is likely to coincide with Dinosaur and close early 2026. Triceratops Spin is already closed, and they're actually taking that down. The carnival, and then the shop that was there is also coming down. So there's that. Over at the Magic Kingdom, the Astro Orbiter is closed until summer of 2025. Which you mentioned.
Good spot for it to be.
Big Thunder Mountain is closed all year until sometime next year.
Yeah.
Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin just says to be determined.
Yeah, I feel like that's just a standard little refurb. Although they need to take that ride, update the tech, because it's such a fun ride.
Yep.
They just need to update the tech.
Yeah, they need to fix just even the ride vehicles. The guns, half the guns don't work. All that kind of stuff. So, Dumbo is closed 2 days ago. The playground is closed 2 days ago through the spring.
Okay.
Frontier Shooting Arcade is permanently closed for the new D23 Lounge.
Mm-hmm.
Hall of Presidents closed January 20th on Inauguration Day until to be determined. I've talked to somebody there that said it's going to be longer than usual because they have completely remade a new animatronic for Donald Trump because of the fact that he's thinner, and they re-recorded his voice. They're completely taking the old animatronic out and rebuilding a new one. Yes.
Are they going to change the old one into Shane Gillis and have him do the Donald Trump impersonation that he's so good at now?
I actually recorded one of those today. He was talking about golf.
He's spot on, bro.
He is. Liberty Square Riverboat closes permanently this year. It does not say when. The Starlight Night Parade just says debuts in 2025. Tiana's is open, obviously.
The parade they're saying is summer.
Summer 2025, yeah.
I would guess.
I'm guessing August.
I'm guessing the other way.
June.
I'm guessing early.
Okay.
I'm guessing early because I'm selfish, but I'm also guessing early because it makes sense. Because hey, we want to do this parade when the parks are open the latest, when we don't have parties to contend with, when because now you get into August 1st, it's October already. You get into August 1st, it's already Halloween. So I think you're going to see it late May, early June, and they're going to try to get on some semblance of a schedule before they can't.
Yeah.
Right. It makes sense to me, but what do I know? They don't call me for these things. They should, but they don't.
Tom Sawyer Island is likely to close the second half of this year.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's not closed now.
They don't give any specifics, but Walt Disney World Railroad is to be determined a temporary closure date, probably due to the construction back between Big Thunder and the New Villains Land and all that. Now, what I think they should do this time is create a tunnel to go through, and unlike what they did with Tron and had it closed forever. I think they need to, Jeff, welcome in. Pete McDevitt, Samantha Lowe, Mike Idiomacy, everybody that came in, welcome.
What's up, party people?
I think they need to create a tunnel and keep this thing moving, unlike what they did with Tron. I think it was down way too long. It's always full, which somehow shocks me.
It's going to be down 3 years. If they do it, it'll be down.
If they close it.
Yeah, if they close it, it'll be down 2 years.
It does say temporary closure. My guess is, again, if they'll just build a tunnel for it to go through so nobody sees anything or anything like that, then rip down the walls later, we'll be fine. They can't close that thing for 3 years for 3 years.
Yep.
So that's Magic Kingdom. Over in Epcot, the unfortunately, no, I'm sorry. This is the good one. Celebration Encanto, which, they said this area will alternate every season. We'll get a new thing, whatever. The Encanto stage show is pretty okay. I don't have a problem with that.
I don't know. You
But it
weren't
got
a fan
extended.
of
Encanto got extended indefinitely. So it's the same show over and over and over again. Grand Fiesta Tour is closed until March 15th. So if you're coming, plan for that. And Test Track will reopen sometime late in the summer of 2025.
Yep.
So they could open up around October 1st, I think is the speculation date. Over at Hollywood Studios, Jedi Training Academy is permanently ended.
Yeah, we've known that.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but we've known that.
The Villains Unfairly Ever After show opens in summer of 2025. And the Voyage of the Little Mermaid reopens this summer in 2025 as well.
Yep.
Supposedly remastered, redone, make it all look nice and pretty, all that good stuff. Blizzard Beach is open till spring. Typhoon Lagoon will open spring, and it runs the second half. And then the gondolas will have a 2-week closed, a phased closure this year as well to reconnect stretched ropes, wires, things like that. So that is the refurbishment schedule for this year.
So here's a random off-the-wall, while Disney is putting a bunch of money into World question. Do you think you ever see the next generation of monorails?
I believe somewhere behind the scenes they've come to an agreement, because everybody went from puffing out their chests and trying to be the bigger whatever, where the government said we were going to shut down the monorails because they're not safe, to Disney saying we're this, that, and the other. There's a reason why they're saying they're not safe, and there are some cracks in the columns and in the things. What that does structurally, I don't know. If they were going to do it, now's the time to think about it. And it's also the time to think about expanding it to all the parks.
You're never going to get that.
You should get that.
Wait, I know, but you're never...
some form of transportation to all the parks.
You do. It's buses.
Well, Skyliner or Monorail is what I mean. So something that constantly runs that you do not have to go, depends on traffic. It's independent traffic.
You have a better chance of Skyliner than Monorail.
I'm okay with that, as long as something independent of the traffic moves.
I was just going to say, G. Wilson just said it. It's $10 million a mile.
For the new one or the old one?
For the monorail.
Like if you were going to try new...
As of right now, if you were to add monorail on, it's $10 million a mile.
The same one we have. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
I think it's going to wind up being Skyliner, and I'm okay with that. I think Skyliner never, unless it has an issue, never stops. The negative with being the Skyliner is if there ever is an issue on the line, the evacuation process becomes much more difficult.
Mm-hmm.
But if you throw another center at a hotel near somewhere between everything and Animal Kingdom, I think you can do it pretty easily.
Well, they can do it. I don't think that's the issue. I think it's
whether they will or not.
Cost, first of all.
Yep.
But secondly, I think it ends up being do they need it, right? Like you realize that buses work.
Buses suck.
But buses work.
They stink. You have to stand on them all the time because they're always full. They're late. They're dependent upon the traffic. Their buses are not the way to go. From a business standpoint, cost effectiveness, you are correct. They are the easiest and cheapest method for Disney to go with. From a spectator, tourist point of view, they are awful.
I didn't
But-
say I like the buses. I'm just saying it makes.
Oh, no,
them
I get from a business standpoint, they work, and that's cost effectiveness. That's likely what will win because of that fact. But when they added the Skyliner, I thought it was a game changer because you can get to a lot of places. The biggest point of the Skyliner is the different hotels it connects to. You don't have to jump out on a bus from where you're at to get somewhere. I don't care if it goes from, I mean, I care that it goes from park to park, but I care more that they go from hotels. And your biggest ones would be the Animal Kingdom area because you have the 3 All-Stars and Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Right.
You can get something over there to connect to any other park at all.
Animal Kingdom needs something. And the fact that you have, like you could go from Lodge to whatever. The issue is that Animal Kingdom is so far out. Like,
yeah.
If they kind of did something that went from there up towards Flamingo Crossing,
Yes.
and then over instead
Because
of over and then up.
Yep.
And you could do like if you pulled up a map, there are things that you could do where you could put a center, like you have Animal Kingdom here, right? Well, I mean, I'm backwards on the screen.
Yeah.
We have Animal Kingdom here.
Animal Kingdom's here.
Yeah.
Magic Kingdom's here.
And Magic Kingdom's here.
And Epcot.
And then you have
and
Epcot,
here.
Epcot Studios, right? Epcot Studios. So you have this already there. You could have something come from Caribbean Beach over to Animal Kingdom. You could also have it come over from Epcot to a central hub and then a hub up near Flamingo Crossing, which you could then incorporate that. So I guess that they are in some capacity starting to utilize that a lot more. I haven't been up there. I've driven past it. There's a lot of lodging for cast members and such, correct?
Yeah, it's good. The negative for the Flamingo Crossing is it's not Disney's. So that would be the thing. But the rumored
Disney Springs.
The rumored soon to be announced, hopefully next D23 fifth park, is rumored to be going between Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom.
Well, it's the only spot.
That big hole right there in the middle. So that makes sense to run something to connect those 3 together. Or something in the way. Maybe Animal Kingdom is in the middle and everything else is way out. Deep thoughts.
Not a deep thought. No. Nope, not at all.
Nope. Pop Century. And those are centralized in Disney World.
Yep. Yeah, Epcot's about as central as you get. Yeah,
slightly off center to the right, but still. Traveling wise, it is right in the middle.
Yeah.
I did get to go to the art festival several times so far.
Okay.
And
how's it living?
Jersey Mike, hello.
Mike, what's up, dude?
It's incredible. I think this is a better festival this year than they've ever had as an art festival. The rain's been causing a problem, but the sidewalk chalk art is far better than ever before.
That's
Everything so far has been Disney or has like a hidden Mickey on it somewhere. There's a couple that are, I think they're Macabres after Macabre, which when they put that on there after Monet and all that, that means they're just styled and they're in that style.
Right.
Or similar. The good part about that is they've got some pretty incredible ones, and they've got new artists doing it too. The Gronk one was awesome. My mom, I can show that picture, I guess, real quick. My mom did the Gronk one. The Gronk. Wait a minute, you are talking about Gronk. What are you talking about? The Gronk one was epic. I thought you were talking about Hulk. Sorry, there was a Hulk one and then a Kronk one. The cool thing with the Hulk one was that so the guy takes a camera like this or a piece of paper, whatever, and he draws a 30-foot, whatever it is, 20-foot picture with forced perspective and other things on the ground from this little thing here to that big thing that he draws. So with this one, though, this one's unique in ways that I've not seen before because it is completely forced perspective. And you've got to take the picture and then turn it upside down to make it the picture you want it to be.
That's cool.
And here is the end result. So we took this picture. So he has this forced perspective, and you stand on it like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you do it like you're supposed to, you turn it upside down. It looks like
that's funny.
It looks like he's actually holding you.
That's pretty crazy.
And then the one they have right now, I took pictures I think last night of, is Kronk with Yzma. Actually, you know what? I think I took a picture. Where's it at? There it is.
Stacy, he was.
So right now you get in the top. Right there is Kronk and
Mm-hmm.
and Yzma. You get in the back one. You sit in that cup, and you take pictures with them in it. And you're a lot smaller in the back. And the way they do the forced perspective thing is pretty cool. But all the other stuff is pretty nice. The Broadway shows. I've seen the Patty Murin and John Riddle combo a lot. They're really good. I don't know. The artists seem to be better. The layout's far better because over there now where they have the Encanto stuff in the Communicore, they built the outdoor stage there. So number one, it's not blocking firework view. Mm-hmm. They built it there. They have a lot of art booths there. The whole festival and the festival as a whole is far better, and the artwork is better as well, I think. So I got to get some more juice. Hang on.
Am I supposed to talk while Steve's gone? Oh, yeah. No, Festival of the Arts. I know he's not here, but it's one that I want to get to. Like, I like the other two festivals. This one looks like just so much more fun, though. So, I'm all about it. Really want to get there for sure. For sure. Also, what was I gonna say? Darn it. Can't think. What was I gonna say? Yes. What are Dave's thoughts on Universal? Is it against the law to go there if you're a Disney fan? Says Sunudo. No, not at all. We just haven't gone there. I'm all about it. I would like to soon. It's not gonna happen this year, probably next year for us. Let the excuse me, let the new park sink in a little bit.
Ran out of orange juice.
I will go. Did you? I need to go grab some water. So,
yep.
Right back.
Yeah, so festival. There are several the artists that have been there in the past are still there, a lot of them. But they've got much more updated new artwork. We went looking last night, looking for some art. So what is Dave's thoughts on Universal? Is it against the law to go there if you're a Disney fan? Not against the law. Dave may or may not have a different opinion than mine. I don't know what Dave's opinion is, honestly. Universal pales in comparison to Disney. It is. It's. There's only one way I'll do Universal. Well, two. One, if somebody really begs me to go because they want to hang out there that I really like, I would consider it. Second off, doing the Orlando Informer event, which is like a news art outlet that does it. They sell tickets. I want to say it's about $190 to $200 an event. You get in it for 7 hours. It's very limited, unlike Disney limiting theirs. It is very limited. You also get all the food. All the food's included, and both parks. So that is the only way I'll do it. You don't have to wait in anything. Hagrid's had a 15-minute wait. The Gringotts was supposed to have a wait, but it didn't. So it's about I would say a 3 compared to Disney if Disney was a 10. Rag Guy, what's up? How are you, sir? Logistically, Universal's not laid out well. Jeff. No, I will not, Jeff. But not because you're not a good friend, because I won't be here. The Orlando Informer is the only way to do Universal. Logistically, it's not laid out well. The team members, I believe they call them, don't want to be there. A lot of could have changed over the last 2 years. Who knows? But it's just not even the same product. It's just not. But you can go there and check it out.
I've heard a lot of good things about Orlando Informer meetups.
That's the only way I'll do Universal is what I was saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I'd probably do it standard as well, just because I know the thing about Universal Informer or Orlando Informer is it going to utilize the new park?
That I don't know. If I was going to do anything to test it, because I was an annual pass holder at Universal when I first got here. I only went 4 times and swear I'll never go back unless it's an Orlando Informer event. They have some good coasters. Velocicoaster is incredible. Hagrid's is really cool. They got some good stuff over there. And I'm not, it's not that kind of stuff that bothers me. They have numerous rides that have the exact same ride vehicle and the exact same ride track. They just change the theming. Yeah. For instance, Spider-Man and King Kong or Transformers, whatever they are, everything is identical except for the theming. Yeah, your daughter didn't like it either. I agree. The on top of that, some of that stuff is really old, like the Marvel stuff they have. It needs completely gutted and redone. The one thing that they probably have, I don't want to say it's even better because I think the food at Disney is superior, but you have way more options and way better price, way lower pricing. I'm not going to say better. You get what you pay for. Mm-hmm. Way lower pricing over at Universal. One thing that they do, from my understanding, I know SeaWorld does it, is an all-day dining package where you can go anywhere you want and dine. I think that'd be kind of cool if they had an all-day quick service package at Disney where wherever you went, you could eat whenever you wanted to. But I will say this. I do think SeaWorld...
It'd be so much money.
It probably would. See, over at SeaWorld, it's only $35, I think.
Well, I know Corey's talked to me about this before. I think you guys have both done it. The SeaWorld Food and Wine Festival that they have.
Yeah,
they sell those cards, whatever it is, but it's a festival, right? You buy a card, which is it's
called the
10
brew
items.
Yeah, it's called the brew and something, I think.
Whatever.
So when you look at Disney's Food and Wine Festival, you can't do that because it's not even close. This thing is not. It's like going to the state fair versus a county fair. You know what I mean? It's completely different.
I can't make that comparison because I haven't gone to either.
Okay, well, it's like
well, no, I get what you're saying.
It's something famous versus something local. Okay, but it is there, and you get a punch card. The punch card's kind of expensive. I think it's like $75 for 10 punches, $80 somewhere in that neighborhood. But you take that punch card and it'll tell you each booth will have a few things that you can get, drinks or food, and you get your card punched for everyone you get. So we've done it before. Some of the food is very good. It's different than Disney.
Right. Well,
it's worth trying out. Would I say it's better? I would never say it's Club and Close, but it's definitely worth doing.
But I haven't been, so I can't say either way, but I thought that the idea was great. Like, that's the one thing that, having gone to a festival now a couple times, I'm frankly not I'm not super against, if you were going to go to a festival, one of your 7 days that's there, getting the dining plan to utilize all of the snacks as the way you're paying around the world whenever you go to Epcot.
See, Disney kind of does something similar now here at Disney World with the wristband thing. But when it runs, it's all a dollar amount though. It's not like you get a punch for no matter everything. That festival at SeaWorld, basically everything costs the same thing. You pay the one price, you get your punches. Everything is exactly the same price because whatever you paid, that's what you're getting. Disney's going to vary greatly. You can get $5 items or you can get $15 items. Unfortunately, you're going to pay the difference for that. So it's like going to Orange Steve. Yeah. I'm like Disney World, Jennifer Lawrence on Universal.
I always
There's a good one. Disney Our Dream said if Disney's Julianne Hough, Universal is Ugly Betty. So the best comparison is this. Disney World is a vacation spot. When you do that SeaWorld or the Universal stuff, that's more like a weekend trip type thing compared to a week-long vacation. I've got an annual pass to SeaWorld. I think they have the best collection of coasters in one spot. Like I like Disney's coasters better, but they're all over the place. Universal has some good coasters, but they're a couple of parks. But SeaWorld has some incredible coasters, and they're all in one location.
Mm-hmm. Have you done Busch Gardens since you were down there?
Not the one down here. No, I've done Busch Gardens previously, which my annual pass covers. I need to go over there and do it, but.
Mm-hmm. I just wondered. I'd like to get your take on that. I haven't been since I was like 14.
I've been to Legoland and the former gardens down there, which they have is it a banyan tree, I think? And that thing is a monster. It's like it goes up about 8 to 10 feet and then out about 40 feet. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. But I've been there. I've been to Legoland. I've been to a bunch of them down here. To me, again, it could be impartial, but Disney is, or not impartial, partial, but Disney is the best by far. They just put so much effort, but you're going to pay a lot more for Disney than anything else.
Yes.
I've been up there to Cedar Point, and I've been to Kings Island, all that. Actually, SeaWorld, I don't know if you've been to Kings Island, Dave. The Diamondback is a pretty intense coaster. It doesn't look like it. But it's one of those, just goes up over the hills like this, real slow. But you have a little triangle that sits basically in your crotch, and that's all that holds you in. And you come out of your seat on every one of those. That's cool. That is what the Mako is like down here, only way more intense. Mako is very intense down here.
Yeah, it looks good. I'd like to ride it. There's several coasters that I want to. I wouldn't mind going down to Busch Gardens. It looks pretty solid. There's some decent coasters down there, but it's a ride.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, J Grubs. I did Cedar Point for a senior class trip many moons ago. Many moons. I haven't been in a long time. I'd like to go out. I'm like getting out of my roller coaster era though.
Oh really? I love them.
I'll tell you what. I really enjoy Tron, but like, I don't want to say I'm aged out of it, but like, dude, when I come off of it, my heart's going.
So, well, you might have a little bit different.
No, my heart's fine. That's not the issue. It's just.
I can tell you, my mom and dad do the same thing though. They come off the rides and they're like, my dad went on Slinky Dog and came off of it, and I was like, that was awesome. And then you hear my dad say, no more Slinky Dog. Yeah. And my mom was here, we were walking past it, and he said, he texted me, he said, do not show Slinky Dog. So he still has the same feelings about it.
Yeah.
Mom's the same way. She'll ride stuff. She rode Expedition Everest, and then we'll never get on it again. So it's just, there's certain things that get them with the nausea and the
Tron seems to, and I think it's the fact that it's so smooth. Guardians is the same way, but I don't get the same feeling.
If Guardians didn't spin you, Guardians would be the smoothest thing I've ever. I mean, it's so you don't feel anything. But when they start spinning you, that's when it gets you. But that, and I agree with you, Tron is very smooth. The technology we've gotten on coasters now.
Well, you know the trick on Guardians, right?
Close or stare at the spot right in front of you.
No, well, that's one too.
Yeah,
but get the middle car.
I've had it. You're right. It's a less intense ride.
It's because you're in the middle of everything whenever you're turning.
Well, and I don't mind the turning. I really don't. I even didn't mind the Primeval Whirl or Hurl, whatever you want to call it. I like those kind of rides. Teapots don't bother me. The problem is there's such a really, really good show inside that Guardians that you need to see, that you want to see. And then it's like your body is being ripped away from your eyeballs. And then you're just like, it's like you're detached.
If you don't look around and you trust the fact that Disney is attempting to make you look where you need to look from those cars, you get to see everything. You really do. If you just look straight ahead and you can see everything, and you just kind of can't really move your head, but if you move your eyes, you're all right.
The problem is I get the same reaction when I try to watch that movie as I do on Mission Space. As long as you're straight ahead, no problems whatsoever. The minute you try to go like this and peek out the corner of your eye at somebody else, you're done because of the centrifuge turning you.
I have never ridden Spaceship Earth.
Oh, really?
Or not Spaceship Earth. Mission Space. So
green's not as bad. It moves you very slowly, gives you a little bit of feeling, but orange spins you. Like it goes.
I'm with you. Yeah, it's a simulator.
I got the same feeling when I was trying to watch that movie. And the difference is that movie, it's not a still thing. You're not looking at a still picture. It's a really, really important thing. And that car is a mile long. When it hits the first person, it hits the back a lot differently. So you could be at a totally different part of the important part of that movie and you want to see it and then you're just ripped away from it.
Mm-hmm.
That's my problem. And I would prefer right now, honestly, I prefer Mission Space Orange over over Guardians.
Right guy. Really? Just
because of the fact that to me, Guardians is just let me finish is a bland roller coaster because I can't watch what's going on. The music's cool. The motion is cool. The movement. I cannot watch. It has no symbolism to me at all because I can't watch it without getting dizzy or not dizzy. It feels like your body and your head are apart from each other.
I'm telling you, request the middle car next time.
We will definitely
do that and just go with it, and you're good. Dawson and I rode it twice. We got middle car once. We got second car the second time, and I could tell. And this is an hour and 20 minutes apart, so it wasn't like back to back. So it wasn't like double stomach stuff. The first one, when I was middle car looking straight ahead, everything was fine. When I was second car looking straight ahead, it was weird.
Yep.
I don't know if I'm correct on that. I know that everyone has their own shticks on it, but I think middle's the way to go. That was a Kelly Myers and the Mouse recommendation the first year whenever people were throwing up in garbage cans.
Or on the ride.
Yeah.
People, that's like me. I don't get sick on rides. I don't get car sick. I don't get motion sickness at all. The first time I rode that thing, because I was trying to watch that, was awful. I've been on it probably 20 times since, and I get nothing because I look straight in front of me. I don't look up at the screen anymore.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. Still my favorite ride on property. It's not the best, but it's my favorite right now.
Yep. That's all that matters.
Yep. Love it.
I got to be honest, it's probably not my top 10. If they didn't spin you, it would probably be number 1 for me.
Mm-hmm. No, I think it's solid. Love it. I'm wondering if it's going to come off of virtual queue anytime soon, or I think they'll just probably run that into the ground, huh?
I think they're going to try to keep at least one in every park.
Yeah, it's too easy. It's too easy for it to just be virtual queue.
I hate it. I hate all the virtual queues. I think they're stupid. All that does is crowd the rest of the park. For me, somebody who doesn't care about going over there and riding it, unless it's like when they took Rise of Resistance off a virtual queue, it became the greatest thing in studios. And the fact that it has less than an hour ride most of the time now, like everything else. It's usually about 15 minutes longer, and they have a single rider now for Rise of Resistance. Yep. completely declogged the rest of the park, because now if you want to ride it, you just go stand in line, as opposed to having some major attraction that everybody in the world that's trying to get in there that day has, but they don't have to go wait in line for it. Now you're clogging everything else up in the park with it. I think they do a lot more damage for crowd control than they do help it.
I think they're gonna have to open Tiana's up soon.
Yeah,
because there's nothing else at Magic Kingdom
with all the refurbishments and everything. So
yeah.
And Mike, you got a great point. The worst nausea ride they have being Guardians. After you're done riding it, you have to climb a full set of stairs to get up over the tunnel and come back down.
Yeah,
that's not good. People have fallen on those things. Hi, Winston.
Yeah,
people have fallen on those stairs. It's bad.
Yep. Yeah, it was not a smart idea.
But you got to go with what you got. If anything, you should have put a ramp going under it, or a ramp that doesn't require stairs. A lot of people just wait for the elevator now, though.
Right. Yup. Yeah. No, it's good times. Well, if you're good, I'm good, because I need to hit the
sounds like you got a lot going on.
I'm tired. Yeah, I got stuff.
Yep.
My feet
All
are
right.
hard,
Well,
for sure.
Thank you guys for joining us tonight. We didn't really get into deep thoughts. We had some really good conversations about Disney tonight.
Sure did.
Next week, we have no idea what we're talking about again, but we'll figure it out. Next week, hopefully Shep is back. Hopefully he is on point with his birthday singing skills. Walter Elias, welcome. Hopefully he's back with his
next week's very important.
Next week, yeah, true. And yeah, we got that photo and all that stuff. So
yep,
I got the hot sauce going to Corey tomorrow, and I'm getting the jerky back, so we're good. Other than that, guys, thank you very much for coming. Dad Builds is probably live tonight. Go watch him, and you guys have a great week. Stay safe. We'll see you next week. Love you guys. Bye.
Ready up. Bye.